I remember some years ago when Lexus first introduced the NX, their first compact SUV as such. Before that, they had the RX, or better known as the Harrier. So when they introduced the NX, the size of the NX, if you look at it from the outside, it's not a very large SUV. It's quite compact actually. It's about, I would say, you take the Lexus IS 250 and you make it into a station wagon and you raise it up. That's about the size of this NX. I'm talking about from the outside. But I remember at the presentation, they had some of the experts come in from Japan and they were explaining to us how well designed the cabin is. And the reason for this whole explanation about the cabin design was simply because they had taken a very small size vehicle but given it quite a sizable cabin space. And they explained to us how actually 3 adults can sit at the back. And at that presentation, we actually got in the back and we sat down and we said, yep, 3 adults actually can sit down in the back. Of course, depending on the size of the 3 adults, but if my size, I'm not exactly that slim, but 3 of me can sit at the back and will be pretty comfortable. And of course, in the front, there's a lot of space. But what really got me about this NX was the design. At that time, it was such an outlandish design. Sharp edges, very sporty, large wheels, low greenhouse. They got it right, I thought. Yeah, they got it right. But then, soon after, a lot of the competition also came out with similar looking, I would say, compact SUVs or crossovers. But this NX carried something very special with it. The whole Lexus build quality magic. And why I say that, it's quiet, superbly put together, touch and feel points, material quality, absolutely the best that they could find. They inserted in this car, in this SUV. And that's what Lexus does with all their products. Even though people say, some of Lexus products are actually, Toyotas with extra luxury in it. Okay, yes, Toyota owns Lexus, but still, the amount of luxury that is put into these vehicles is very impressive. Look at the buttons, the knobs. Of course, I'm feeling it, so I can tell you, they feel premium. The touch, the feel points, the little buttons like this, the knobs, everything feels a little bit special. Everything feels like you've paid quite a bit of money for it, but it's not that expensive. So how much is the new NX? This is the facelift NX. They've done a lot of improvements all around it, from the outside to the inside. Too many to mention, but if you read the review, you'll understand. But the most important thing is it drives so nicely. The seats are comfortable. The 2-liter engine turbocharged with a nice 6-speed gearbox. You don't need anything more. 6-speed gearboxes work perfectly fine. They're not overcomplicated and they do the right job at the right time. So 235 brake horsepower, 350 Newton meters of torque, 0 to 100 dash in 7.1 seconds, a top speed of 200 kilometers an hour. And all this from the house of Lexus at 313,000 ringgit. It's up to you. Just take it for a test drive and then you'll understand what I'm talking about. So on the road with the facelifted NX, you'll immediately notice how, I would say the word, well-groomed. It's refined. It's a luxury vehicle. Any way you look at it, you're driving a premium vehicle and it costs 313,000 ringgit. It's not that expensive if you're living in the premium world. And you've got settings here for eco. Just twist this, you can go to eco, light shows on the dashboard. You can go to normal, but I like to keep it in sport because I've only got a few days with the car, so I might as well enjoy the immediate response you get from this nice 2-liter engine.